Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to Train Simulator Classic. Today we're going to be having a look at the brand new Dovetail Games Huddersfield Line, which is from Leeds through to Manchester Victoria. It's what we've already got for Train Sim World 2, 3, 4, whatever Train Sim World we're on now. However, it is set in the modern day, which is absolutely fantastic and a route that I've been wanting to see for a hell of a long time. Probably something to do with the fact that I've worked over this line many times. I'm really... Good God, what is that sound? Oh, I see, it's that coming. Great, the sounds are quite loud, it's got its tail lights on. Oh God, this is going to be another Dovetail Game special. I can feel it in my loins. This is, dear oh dear me. Yeah, it's another one of those like the Liverpool to Manchester line where it's set in the modern day, but actually, if we have a look over at the train that's coming in here, it's in the BR provincial regional railways livery, not the provincial, that one's all blue, isn't it? But the regional railways livery, we've got the new station rebuild. It looks ridiculous, doesn't it? But I guess it's better than nothing. We can make our own scenarios, we don't ever have to play in quick drive. But this is a quick drive, and the reason that we're playing a quick drive and not a scenario is because I want to be able to show off this particular 185 on the route, because obviously that's what runs. And I tried to load a scenario, and this happened. Ah! Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I don't know why that was, because, I mean, that's just a career scenario that comes with it. Yeah, not good at all. Right, let's hop into our 185. I think we're more or less ready to go. We've got everything sorted there. We've ticked that we've done all the doodah on there, and we're going to get a buzz in a minute, aren't we? Yeah, cheers for that. RA station shouldn't happen. It is, of course, RA at Manchester Victoria. Now, when we get our own scenarios up and running, it's going to be fantastic because, of course, we can have a lot of... Well, we can basically put a load of services in, can't we? And do a modern day. It looks ace. I don't know if this modern day is going to be with the new Miles Platting Junction up here. They have actually straightened it out so you can go quicker. I don't know if that's going to be the case. We shall see when we get up there. You've got the Metro link on the right-hand side. Of course, we'll be able to pop some trams in. But do we have trams? Yes, of course. Pennine Pacer very kindly got some trams, didn't he? He made some trams for his Huddersfield to Manchester line, which arguably at this point does seem a little bit better than this. Now, the reason I'll tell you it's better than this is because it goes to Piccadilly. This does not go to Piccadilly. Why on earth would they do that to us? Look, if you have a look at the route map, we're over here, leaving there, and if we pop down to Staley Bridge, the route ends here. Why have you not put Piccadilly in? You know, it's such a shame when you look at Just Trains that have just released the Hope Valley line. And don't get me wrong, I've always defended Dovetail Games' route building because you know, I've always thought they did pretty well. I've never thought they'd been good at making trains, but the actual... Oh yes, of course, we've run out of wires here, don't we? The actual routes themselves I've always thought were pretty good. So comparing it to Just Trains, where they've put two routes in, haven't they? They put via New Mills and they put via Stockport in. And then to say, you know, why didn't you do Piccadilly? It'd have made it so much better. Like, it would have been absolutely brilliant. But, you know, I guess what you could do is you could always use Pennine Pacer's Piccadilly to Huddersfield and then swap over to this just to fill the gaps. You don't actually have to drive this section, and if you're going all the way from Vic, then obviously it makes sense to do so. It doesn't look like we've got the updated, so it's modern up to a point, because of course this has been straightened out now. I think you can do 50 mile an hour around this bit and you don't have to slow to 30. I think it's 50. I could be mistaken there. It might be 60. It might be... No, I think it's definitely faster than 40. But there we go. So this has actually been straightened out here. You can go a lot faster around it now than what you could. I don't know if they've put a new bit of doodah in there. This, of course, been Miles Platting Junction. You go off down the Calder Valley to your left there, which of course takes you through towns and cities. It's not really a city, is it? But Rochdale, Todmorden, Hebden Bridge, down towards Bradford and Halifax, all round there. A line, again, that I have worked over many times. Now, this line comes round here. It's joining us on there. That's a single bit of track, which is not a single bit of track at all. You blithering idiot. I think it's because of this bit here. It's quite high up, which is not simulated here. This actually comes in from a lot higher in real life. It's a bit of a shame they've not included that. And we're heading down to Bagley Fold Junction now. We'll put our foot down. Now there's a very particular reason that we're using a 6-car 185, and that shall be revealed later on in the video, so stick around for that. So yeah, I was really excited, but actually, you know, oh, hang on, we've fallen out of our own train. Little details like this, you know, a little bit like, should that wall not be linked up? It just doesn't look quite, although that's there, so maybe that shouldn't be linked up. It just looks a bit odd, doesn't it? You know, maybe I've always defended the route building because a lot of the routes they've built I don't actually know. This I work over all the time, this route. So, you know, I know it inside out, back to front, because you do when you go somewhere every day. You learn it, don't you? And so you notice the little bits that should be there that aren't. And maybe that's why, maybe just because I haven't known it, I've always said they've made good routes. Maybe actually Dovetail's routes haven't been that good, and I've just not noticed it because, again, I don't stand the traction. Who knows? Maybe it's just that this one perhaps hasn't been that good. I don't know, but yeah, I did find it quite difficult when I was watching the original not just Trains, sorry, the original Dovetail's stream with when that was on, when they were looking over the route for the first time. I found that the guy that did it seemed a lovely chap, seemed an absolutely lovely chap, but didn't seem to have a lot of the local knowledge, which I thought could potentially be beneficial to you guys. Level crossing there, ooh, lovely. You know, that I thought could potentially be beneficial to you guys. You know, so I thought, I did actually send them an email saying, look, I know that perhaps I've been a bit critical of your products in the past, but perhaps it would be nice if I could do a stream, you know, to be able to say, look, and I'll tell you all these fascinating things, and this, that, and the other. But, yeah, they never got back to me. It's probably because they've watched my videos and be like, oh, he was very rude about our products. Yeah, that's probably the case. So, flying down now, we're off to Staley Bridge. We're not quite at Ashton yet. We're going to be driving as if we're, I mean, we left at 8:51. This is like, I mean, from what you can see, the 185 there is in the transitional livery. There we go, we'll have a screenshot while we're whizzing round like that. It's in the transitional livery. So we're going on like a 2017 timetable. Now this is an 8:51 departure through to Newcastle, so that will be the 9:21 out of Huddersfield and the 9:43 out of Leeds. A timetable that kind of stuck for many years, didn't it? Until the 2018 when it all changed. But yeah, this is kind of what they used to do. I thought we'll do one of these, seeing as, you know, it goes from Vic. It was the only one an hour that went from Victoria, the rest went from Piccadilly, which is why I'm disappointed they didn't include Piccadilly. Oh, it brings a tear to the eye, doesn't it? Compose yourself, man, compose yourself. Flying up to Ashton-under-Lyne now. I don't know if this is the motorway bridge. Yes, please tell me that's not the M60. No, the M60 must be further down. It must be further down. Please tell me that was not the M60 we've just gone over. It was only a dual carriageway. Oh my god, it was. Oh, oh no. We've got IKEA on the right here, which should be dark blue. It's not, it's a warehouse. Maybe that's not IKEA, actually. I'm speeding. No, IKEA's a multi-storey car park. I don't know where IKEA... Yeah, IKEA is done as a multi-storey car... Oh, that's awful. Or is it round the corner? IKEA might be here. Yeah, IKEA is nowhere. I'm sorry, all you IKEA fans. That looks distinctly like a travel lodge. Or a prison. It's so difficult sometimes to confuse the two with each other. Yeah, I'm not seeing a blue IKEA. I reckon that's it there, the multi-storey car park. For some reason. Come on, guys, you can't miss a building like that out. It's so distinctive. It's blue. It's blue. Going round through Catherine Street Tunnel here. Can't even say it. Catherine Street Tunnel. There we go. We'll cross a bit of that off. I'm also planning on beating Jamie, the chap that did the stream, because you know, it was doing a lot of braking in a lot of weird places. I'm not quite sure why he was doing that braking. You know, we were doing like 40 and an 80. Like, ooh, well, I'm stopping in about 3.5 miles. Like, yeah, I plan on like doing this a little bit faster than the stream. Maybe he just had nowhere to be that evening and didn't mind how long the stream was. It's got a banner repeater here coming into Staley Bridge. Nice green one as well, that's nice, isn't it? I'm hoping Staley Bridge is half decent. Pennine Pacer did a really, really good job on it. Oh, we've got a provincial 142 over there. Tail lights on. Who'd have thought? Look at that. Straight down to 35 for the 35. Ooh. Now this is a weird one because TransPennine Express since May 2018 run a lot more to Victoria than they do straight to Piccadilly. I know since COVID that's had a little bit of a wobble, but everything at one point, apart from the hulls and the stoppers, like all the actual proper express stuff, didn't go to Piccadilly down there, which I always thought was a bit odd because you can actually carry on at 50 through here, whereas coming from Victoria you have to slow down to 35, which is bizarre. I think that this platform is a lot longer than it should be in real life. I do. I don't know about this one, but this platform 5 here does seem longer. They've actually put the banner repeater in, which is fantastic, because I think when Jamie did that stream, it was lacking the banner repeater. And then, yeah, that's Staley Bridge. Of course, a few years ago, that platform there wasn't even there, was it? Oh, hang on, we're speeding, we're speeding. Straight across into, well, we've gone over Staley Bridge Viaduct, into Staley Bridge Tunnel now. Look at that, give him a wave. Toot toot. Look at that, 50 mile an hour. And then of course, oh, I like the little bit of light in the tunnel there, that's good. I don't know if that was intentional, but it was like there was a vent on the top. That's nice. I like that little detail. Again, I don't know if it was intentional. Coming out of Staley Bridge Tunnel here. And then up to 65. I think it's 65 all the way up to the tunnel, isn't it? I mean, I'm not a driver in real life, so, you know, these little details, please do forgive me for perhaps getting them wrong. This doesn't feel quite as leafy as this particular area should. Again, I don't know if at this point I'm probably in the train checking some tickets. But, yeah, it doesn't feel perhaps quite as leafy. We've got Scout Tunnel coming up first before we get to Morley. Morley's in just under 1.5 miles. I mean, that's a bridge, that's not Scout Tunnel. It'll be here somewhere, won't it? There we go. I thought, seeing as we're going uphill, I'll put some speed set on at 65 so we can take in the view. Not sure what the dirt track is on the left. Yeah, this doesn't feel like... I mean, it could be because I've got it set in autumn. Maybe the trees aren't quite as deciduous. Here we go, Scout Tunnel coming up. The trees aren't quite as deciduous, obviously, because it's autumn. That's what we'll have to tell ourselves, everybody. Yeah, it just, you know, it's nice. And I know where I am, you know, I can identify where I am. So I suppose it's good in the aspect that I can identify where I am. Oh, we're definitely, this is Morley, isn't it? Coming round into Morley here, yeah, you can definitely tell that. There's meant to be a balcony on those houses though, there, that's missing that. Again, perhaps I'm being a little bit pedantic here, but again, these aren't close enough to the railway. This wall should go straight up here. It's like there's a street here. That's not the case. Morley flying round the corner there. Yeah, nice. I get that. I don't know what's going on with this wall. It's not quite like that in real life, but yeah. Again, loads of you guys are going to go, Joe, you know, you've been perhaps a bit pedantic here. Okay, perhaps I am, but like I say, guys, when this is what you do day in, day out, you notice these things, and it does. I mean, I was really looking forward to this when they announced that they were doing this. I was like, wow, you know, that is fantastic. And it just kind of, it's like, oh, you know, particularly when we've seen how brilliant the Hope Valley is. It's just trains. Do you fancy coming along and doing, you know, a bit of a TransPennine network? I think you should. I think you should. It seems a little bit like there's no smooth curves either. Look, we're kind of, it's like what's this? Like that there? What on earth is that? That should be a smooth corner. This is ludicrous. Like, yeah, there we go. Big, smooth, sweeping corner like this. This is more like it. That's a bit like MSTS, Microsoft Train Simulator, where you corner straight, corner straight, corner straight. Bizarre. That's really weird. Powering round to Greenfield now. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Greenfield Station, and I'm not quite sure why. I've got absolutely no valid reason at all. You can tell you're coming to Greenfield because you get this. You've had all those sweeping curves, and then you get a big straight section like this. So when you're in the train doing your tickets, oh, there is a steep road there like that. That's good. I mean, they're very barren, the hills in front, aren't they? I know that it would be very difficult for them to make that look like that. Like it's, yeah, they've loaded in now. Yeah, that's better. I like that. Oh, there's a pacer with its tail lights on, folks. It's very weird because some of these stations feel like they've been extended, because a lot of these have had station extensions. Greenfield looks fantastic in terms of the station modelling, by the way. You know, I will give them that. It looks brilliant. Banner repeater. But yeah, what was I saying there? I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, oh, that were it. Greenfield looks like it's been extended because some of these stations have had platform extensions, but then when we went through Mosley, that didn't look like it had been extended, which will be weird if they've... I mean, I could be wrong because we're hurtling through at 65, aren't we? But it seems a little bit weird that they put some extended platforms and then others non-extended, because of course these were all extended to take a 4-car 185. 4-car 185, I hear you say? We don't have 4-car 185s, Joe. Yeah, okay, well, a 6-car, but so that Casdo can do the whatchamacallit. Oh, is this Saddleworth Viaduct? I mean, I don't know. That's... Doesn't it have a wall in real life, rather than a railing? Oh, no, please tell... Is that Saddleworth... No, it's not. Give over. That's the Saddleworth Station building. Or is it further around the corner? No, that is actually the Saddleworth Station building. I mean... Carry on, carry on. We've got the new school there, which is, you know, it's been... I don't actually know if it's been finished yet. That's a good point. We've got the canal leading up. This is very pretty. Very, very, very pretty. I still can't get over that Saddleworth Station building. It's just a set of semi-detached houses, for God's sake. It's like a freeware route where they've not made any of their own assets. They're just, oh, right, okay, what's happening here? Right, okay, so it seems that we've got a 15 mile an hour. Why have we got a 15 mile an hour? I ticked on the quick drive. Manchester to Leeds fast. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to go through the 15, aren't we? Why is there a 15? They've done the speed limit coming off here, haven't they? Yeah, so if you're doing a career mode, you're going to have to slow down for 15, aren't you? Because otherwise you're going to get a load of points deducted. Oh, no, hang on. Oh, you're not. No, it just says 15. You can see that. It says it there. Oh, it's disappeared. Right, okay, we're going to be delayed now. Standage Tunnel. Here we go. Does actually have a curve like this going into Standage, so I'll give them that one. And of course, this is the section where you put your foot down, because actually Standage Tunnel is one of the faster sections of this route, isn't it? At 85 mile an hour. I believe you can do 85 mile an hour going downhill from Marsden to Huddersfield, but after that it's pretty much 75, bit of 70 for the rest of the way. Flying through the tunnel here. So long that it's such a long tunnel that it's even set the DSD off. There we go, look at that. Flying along. Have we got a distance signal in here at some point? We should have a distance signal. Doesn't look like there is, does there? Oh, okay, there is. It was just quite difficult to see. It's so far away. But yep, we definitely have a distance signal, everybody. Yep, of course that denotes that we'll be slowing down to 45 soon. I think I'll give it until we've got half a mile. I'll tell you what, we'll wait until signal and then do a little bit of braking. There we go. I think we're going to get down to 45 in time. That is a pretty good bit of braking, is that? Happy with that? I mean, I can't tell because the speed limits are so close together. I can't tell what after 45 it is, you know, after the next signal. There we go. Now, obviously, there we go. Obviously, coming out of here, we are going to need a screenshot, aren't we? Because this is the, there we go. That's, oh my lord, the reservoir, not reservoir, the aqueduct has dried up. The aqueduct's dried up, everybody. Alert the village, town, place of Marsden. Oh, that is, well, even Pennine Pacers had water in there. What are they doing? Oh, a freeware route being so much better than a payware for $24.99. He's got his tail lights on. For crying out loud. Now this does look very good, to be fair, coming round into Marsden. We'll have a bit of throttle. The Y's straightened to turn again. I thought it was just a smooth curve. Station looks pretty good, I'll give them that. Of course, I realise I'm not scrutinising it, I'm flying through, but from where I'm sitting at the front of this 185, it looks pretty good. This is the thing, you can work out at all times on this where you're supposed to be. But, you know, I was really just hoping that I'd be wowed and amazed by it, you know, which I just don't feel that I am. For $24.99, I just feel it could be so much better. Like I say, this followed the Just Trains, Hope Valley, which was awesome. And, you know, I'm not wearing any socks anymore because Just Trains blew them off with how good that route is. And then this just feels a bit meh. Right, here we go. Powering down. Look at this. This is ace. I like this bit. Get up to a good bit of speed. Although for some reason going the other way, I believe the speed limit's 65 miles an hour, which is a little bit odd. Like, why would it be? You know, they're both sections of track. I don't think we'll get away with speed limit. Speed set here. Yeah, both sections of track are exactly the same, pretty much. So why can you do 85 coming down and 65 going up? Bizarre, bizarre. Actually quite good though, because if you look, I said that this was the 9:43 Newcastle out of Leeds, and if you look in the bottom left hand side, it says the estimated time of arrival into Leeds is 9:41. So that's half decent. That's good timing. Flying round into Slough now. Again, I'm pretty sure it's a smooth curve rather than that, and then, whoa, that is not the case. Slough being a staggered platform, good, I like that, that is decent. I mean, what? Where's the road? What is this? The road is, oh, that is completely wrong. Yeah, you're going to get, you know, if you've not already switched off, you're going to get sick of the moaning here. It's not a particularly great add-on. I guess it's good in the sense that it fills a gap between Leeds and Huddersfield that we've not had, so you can now actually drive from Huddersfield to Manchester. What am I saying? You can drive from Newcastle to Liverpool the whole way now. And you can drive Middlesbrough to Manchester Victoria the whole way. You can't do Scarborough to York yet. Excuse me. And you technically now, well, you can drive all the way to Piccadilly now, can't you? Not on this route, but I think that what I would probably be doing is not driving this Huddersfield to Manchester bit. I think I would probably rather drive Pennine Pacers freeware route from Manchester to Huddersfield, and then I'd swap over onto this route just to fill in the gap. And it pains me to say that because, like I say, I was really looking forward to this whole thing. Either that or, oh, who's it now? Is it On Track Simulations that are also making Leeds to Manchester? I will probably wait for theirs because everything On Track Simulations has done has been really, really good. So it'll probably be better than this and probably be free. Though that bridge that we've just gone under is iconic. I like that bridge. I always know you're coming into Huddersfield when you see that bridge. It's like knowing you're arriving home. There we go. We'll just have a little bit of slowing down here. Now, what's that? Is that a 60 coming after the 70 there? It's a pacer coming with some more taillights on, I can tell you that much. Yeah, Magic Toad's definitely going to get making me some scenarios for this. So hopefully next time we drive we'll be in a 185, but it'll be other 185s. Again, what's with the left and the where's the smoothness gone in our curves? I think that says 50 and we're going to be speeding. Oh no, it's gone, it's 60 now. Okay. These bridges are pretty decent, you know, I'm happy with them. Ish. There we go, 35 coming up. There is a little foot crossing here, and we do the big sweeping bend into Huddersfield where the lines split apart, ready for Huddersfield tunnels. You'll also notice on the right-hand side, you might just see it between the gaps in the tunnels, that the line from Sheffield via Penistone is going to join us, which plods down into platform 2 at Huddersfield Terminus platform. There we go, we'll take it nice and steady. There, you can just see that line. If we pan round, joining in from what is our right. Oh, we've slowed down a little bit early there, haven't we? There we go. Now we should have another signal just before the station. There we go. We're going in platform 8. Please say we are. Yep, I can see that from the bottom there. Lovely. So we slow down to 25 just as we come out of the tunnels pretty much. And then it just goes down to 20 in the platform. But of course, we are stopping, so it doesn't matter. Well, we will still go down to 20, but there we go. Right, so Huddersfield here. Now, when you come out the tunnels, I feel like you should turn left sooner. I feel like this is perhaps not quite accurate. Platform 4, I don't think extends all the way down here either. I think that's longer than it is in real life. And, of course, we've got the warehouses, which used to be tons and tons and tons of sidings over the left-hand side here, but has gone. They are now a car park. Now, one thing that I did say... we've got the 3-car stop board there, lovely, is which I believe is further down than what it should be. We've got the purple Nova stop boards there, which I don't think is far enough down, personally. And what the method of working a 6-car 185 is to draw up to the signal, because at one point there was only a 3-car board, so if you were a 6-car, you draw down to the signal. There we go. Pop it in a bit of full service, and we'll open the doors. Now, if you remember earlier, you might remember me saying that I chose a 6-car 185 for a very specific reason, and here is that specific reason. I chose to re-record this because I think I could explain it a little bit better and perhaps had a bit of a poor choice of words before. But Class 185s are fitted with CASDO, which is coach-based automatic selective door opening, meaning that if the train's longer than the platform, the carriages that aren't accommodated won't open. Now, Huddersfield can fit a 6-car, but if the drivers don't quite pull close enough to the signal, then the doors in the rear coach won't open and we have to manually override it. Let's resume the actual conversation now and see why it's perhaps not quite as accurate. Now, Dovetail Games have actually added room for a 7th! And possibly... No, just a 7th, let's not be over dramatic. How long is Huddersfield Station? Look at that! It's ridiculous! It's absolutely ridiculous in length. That is like where that should, you know, a 6-car 185 should just fit comfortably on the platform. I don't know where all this excess has come from. It's like Huddersfield's like trying to jump into Manchester. It's like extending out through there. It is a bit weird. Same as when I arrived earlier in a 185 on the other platform. That, you know, it was like way too long, way too long, which is disappointing. I don't know why Huddersfield Station is all... Oh no, it's brick. From a distance it looked like it was made of pine, which was a bit weird. Yeah, I'd love to love this. I really would love to love this, but I just don't. That wall there at the end, is that there? I don't know. I'd never noticed it, but then again, we never really work off. I'm pretty sure there's no, like, from a conductor point of view. I mean, like, I'm about what, that tall maybe? Yeah, I mean, if you're a person, how tall are you, sir? Let's just. I only say, you know, we mess about at Huddersfield because we're not due out until 9:21. So we're as tall as this chap here. Hello. How on earth are we meant to dispatch the train? Someone's put a fence in front of the signal. You can't see it. What's that? Admittedly, I like the posters. They're really good. The railcard posters all the way down. You've got Geraldine and Chris's Cafe, the Huddersfield Station Buffet. Admittedly, there should be signs poking out here saying buffet and toilet and all manner of jazz like that. But we do have details such as the lift. We've got the stairs here. No handrail down the middle of the stairs. The subway is inaccessible, but it's too narrow. The waiting room has no chairs in. It has chairs in, ignore me. But it has no doors in, so actually quite how you get in the waiting room, I don't know. They've just put a sheet of glass over it. Yeah, I just think that this is too long here. Way too long. I don't think it goes all the way down here. Happy to be proved wrong. It just... Maybe it does. Maybe it's all in the perspective. I feel like it stops there. In fact, yeah, it genuinely does, because otherwise there'd be some sort of risk that passengers could... Yeah, this is just not right. Oh, dear me. I don't know. But, yeah, right, okay. So, God, makes you want to bang your head against the wall, doesn't it? Oh, we're off. There we go. Oh, hang on. Put it back in. There we go. Let's go. I'm tearing my hair out. 20 mile an hour. We're off to Leeds, folks. We're off to Leeds. So, of course, crossing out of Huddersfield there, I need a photo of that because that is lovely, isn't it? Seeing Huddersfield Station in the background. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Love it. Yeah, crossing out of Huddersfield, providing you carry on looking forward, this looks pretty good. Whatever you do, don't look into Huddersfield. Okay, half decent. You've got the ring road there. But the rest of it kind of doesn't really look like Huddersfield. Though that is Tesco. I'll give you that. There is a petrol station there. Okay, perhaps I'm just being a little bit critical. But yeah. Off to Leeds. This building looks nothing like what it does in real life, because Magic Toad of Magic Toad Scenarios and admin on my Discord reckons that building looks like a cat in real life, which is absolute nonsense. It looks nothing like a cat. Absolutely nothing at all. Now we're off up to 70 miles an hour. Now it's 70 miles an hour until Heaton Lodge Junction, which is where we actually rejoin the Calder Valley line. Now this is the faster line of the two, because we go a more direct route than down the Calder Valley. And of course the Calder Valley services tend to stop a lot more. Now, first stop down here is Deaton. There we go, we'll have a bit of speed set on there. Now obviously we're not stopping at Deaton because we're a Newcastle service, aren't we? And we're actually due into Leeds now at 9:43, so I hope we catch a bit of time up. Oh, hang on, speed set's disengaging. Why are you doing that? That's a bit silly, isn't it? This bridge is decent. This is here in real life. I like that. Fairly good. You've got a signal here coming the other way. Of course, you've got the well, we're well past the stadium there. Well past. You've got the running track just on the right there. Again, there's a lot of nice little details in this. It's just a shame that so much of it lets it down. Deaton Station, I had a look at this earlier. I thought this was fantastic. You've got the metro station, the metro shelter on the left there. You've got everything there. It's perfect. Of course, you've got the bridge and the access road there, which occasionally you see a Network Rail van parked on. Come on, guys, would it kill you to just pop a Network Rail van in? Couple of little orange people stood about. Orange people, that's so derogatory, Joe. Network Rail workers. There we go. Not orange people. We're not in Essex. Oh, it's getting worse and worse and worse, isn't it? We're offending everybody. Got the VW garage on the left there, which should be raised up rather than at track level. Oh no, the VW garage is there. Okay, let you off. Bradley Junction there, round to the left. Of course, you go round to Bradley Wood Junction, and the Mamas and Papas on the left here, which of course, for reasons, is debranded, and also an awful shade of grey for some reason. Not 50 Shades of Grey, just an awful shade of grey. It's actually a bit more white in real life. Now this bit's pretty decent. I like this. I do like this. We go over the river, the canal, the doodah. I think it's the canal, isn't it? And this is where the lines branch apart. Now this is my favourite junction. I think that's perhaps a bit more sharp than it needs to be. Oh, hang on, we're pressing the bell buzzer. But yeah, this is my favourite junction in the whole world. I don't know what it is about this, but I love it. Now, officially, you should be able to go over here at 70, but I think TPE changed it to 60, because that's completely wrong. The bridge, here, this should actually carry on outwards and go into a tunnel here, and it should be made of wood rather than whatever that is. Yeah, I definitely think that you should be able to go over here at 70, because that's the line speed. Again, TPE changed it because it was quite a rough junction. 60 if you're a loco. I'm not a loco. I'm passenger. Where's my 75? There we go. Okay, so that's wrong, because it puts you down to 60 for no reason. Or maybe it's because of the TPE speed restriction over here. It's because the 185s are quite top heavy, so when you go over there at speed, they used to kind of throw you about a bit. So they made it a little bit slower to improve your passenger comfort there. I get that. But yeah, it's just a bit weird that it puts everyone down, because I don't think the 185s have to do that. 158s even. Got Murfield here on the right. Pretty decent, pretty decent. Pacer on the stopping lines over there. And you've actually got two fast lines here and a slow line on the right hand side. Now we're going to go flying round in a moment to Ravensthorpe, all the way round to Ravensthorpe. And of course, if we were turning right just before Ravensthorpe, then that feather would be lit. That would take you down to Wakefield Kirkgate. It is actually a diversionary for TransPennine Express, in case Dewsbury fell down. I don't know what would cause Dewsbury to fall down. Goodness only knows. But in the event that that line is blocked, then you can access. Occasionally, if there's engineering works, for instance, we would divert on services round by Wakefield, which is it's a good contingency. Good contingency. Now Ravensthorpe should have a red bridge with critty-crossy things on it, and actually this looks pretty good for Ravensthorpe there. I like that. That's good. There we go, flying through Ravensthorpe again. I feel like this platform's been extended. We're going straight through the centre road at Dewsbury, which is awesome. I like that. I've got a lot of time for that. Oh, we'll have a... There we go. I can't believe we're only 10 miles from Leeds here. It feels like so much further, doesn't it? When you go around all that windy bit and then through, of course, Morley Tunnel. Go round to the left here. Of course, if you're stopping at Dewsbury, that feather would be lit, because obviously you're going round to the left. Round to the left, give over, you're not doing anything of the sort. This road goes under here, and then you should actually see a row of houses. Now that one on the right is actually, oh, not there, right, okay. I was going to say the one on the right hand side of the row has suffered some sort of gas explosion. It's completely burnt out, but on Train Simulator it's not there altogether. They must have bulldozed it. Dewsbury Station again looking good. We're flying round to the left hand side now. Really is impressive when you come sweeping through Dewsbury here. It does look fantastic from the train, and I'm enjoying it driving it on this. That's really nicely done. And of course Batley, if you look over to the left, they should have included the Hollywood sign. Yep, you heard it correctly, the Hollywood sign. There is a Hollywood sign at the top of Batley, which is clearly visible from the railway, so I'm hoping that they've put that in. If they haven't, shame on you. Come on, have the Hollywood sign please, it should be up there somewhere. I know it's after we go over Batley Viaduct, sorry, it's as we go over Batley Viaduct, sorry. Nope. Not included. How can you not include that, Dovetail? It's awesome. It's just kind of there. You can see it. It's... oh, dear. Again, Batley, love it. The platform seems a bit wide. Just like a little... okay, no, maybe, hang on, I'm stood back here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just imagining that. We're looking at that lady's knickers. Sorry, dear. Back on the train now. Of course, Morley being your next stop, but we need to go through the tunnel. You've got the signal box on the left-hand side here, and a crossing. Hang on, where's the signal box? Where's the Batley box? Where is it? It's gone. How can that not be there? The signal, the literally... it's meant to be there, and it's not there. What are you doing? It's a signal box. Poor signaller. What's he meant to do? Stand outside in the rain, waving flags at people? Oh, no. The poor signaller. Oh, I feel sorry for him. He'll catch a death of cold. Right. Into Morley Tunnel now. Where it appears... oh, there we go, more's loaded in. I was going to say it appears that we're going to fall out the end of the earth. God, the flat earthers were right all this time, weren't they? Again, where's the tunnel? Come on, load in. Oh, there we go, it's loaded in. There we go, we'll have a little bit of braking. Morley, quite a sharp curve at Morley. It's 45 miles an hour in the opposite direction, and it is 55 miles an hour in this direction, because obviously the curve's not quite as tight. Down into Morley here. It should be a signal on the end of the platform here. Again, this looks fantastic. The bridge is awesome. Love it. Yep, very nice indeed. Pleased with that. Nice car park on the left. This is good. Morley's really good. There we go. Of course, you've got the bridge up there. Yeah, really happy with that. That is good. Of course, there is another bridge here. Again, fairly happy with that. That is accurate. Another 142 with tail lights on. Oh dear. Comical, isn't it? A 142 in regional railways livery driving past a 185 in the transitional dynamic lines. They'll never have worn the same livery next to each other, ever. Or maybe they would have done, actually. I don't think they would, actually. No. Big sweeping bend round to Cottingley now. Massively sweeping bend. It's quite impressive actually when you look at it from the back cab, and you can see it in real life there. And of course, this is downhill now into Leeds. Got the White Rose Centre on the right hand side there. And Cottingley looking absolutely nothing like Cottingley looks in real life. Okay, they've got the difference in housing each side, but this should be a lot more densely packed with housing than I feel it is. I don't think that house shape is correct in the slightest for Cottingley, but on the left that is a damn sight better than the left is represented a lot better than the right. Again, Cottingley's had the platform extension, so it's good you'll be able to drive 6-car 185s up and down modern day style. That's good. Again, this bit here is absolutely brilliant. I like it. The trees are as treey as this needs to be. I think they're about as dense as they need to be. You've got the houses, the railings, lots of clutter about. You see, this is good. This is what I like. I don't know about the Tudor houses, or the Tudor style houses on the left-hand side there. That's a bit suburban London, really. But yeah, this is ace. The shipping containers on the right stacked on top of each other, perfect. Absolutely perfect. And of course we go under the East Coast Main Line here. This is all simulated on the Leeds lines. But it's, yeah, really, really perfect. That I can't fault that at all. Again, more generic garages, warehouses, etc. on the right. Couple of lorries parked up. This is what you expect to see when you're coming into Leeds. And of course you can see the East Coast Main Line on the left there. I wonder if they've included Armley Prison. I wonder. Because you can actually see that from here. Nope, they have not. But they have included tower blocks and things like that. I like that. But again, it feels very light if you kind of... all that there that's missing. And I don't really know what they're meant to do, because that would make it quite heavy. There you go, look at that over the road here. Lovely. But from a driver eye perspective, this coming into Leeds here, I've got absolutely no problems with at all. No problems at all. This is absolutely fine as far as I can see. You've got the cranes building things, because it doesn't matter when you come to Leeds, there's always something being built. The only thing we're missing here is 333s on the left-hand side to be coming in and out of Leeds. Yeah, we really are missing them, but never mind. Let's see. Oh, I've just... yeah, ignore me. Yeah, it's just paused because I've just clicked the other monitor there. There we go. We've got... oh, I used to... that's pretty decent. I used to park my car there back when I worked in Leeds ticket office. Oh, hang on. We're speeding. Of course, this particular line here forms a triangle, which goes round towards Wakefield Kirkgate. Again, when I said we have the diversionary, you would come in here and round here to Leeds Station. That's a triangle. You tend to get freight traffic up and down there. You've got the lines from Skipton and Harrogate. Don't know what's going on there, but it looks a bit messy. There we go, I'm speeding again because I'm too busy telling you about Leeds. It looks like we've got platform 12, which is good. I don't know if... yeah, do you know what? I think the Newcastles did used to going on 12 quite a bit. I hope it's not put us in on... I hope it's putting us through all of 12 and not through the middle road, or we could struggle with a 6-car. There we go. And this will look fantastic when there's all the trains sat there. It's going to look awesome. And of course, in the future, we'll be able to drive... well, I say in the future, I mean when there's a scenario made, we'll be able to drive Liverpool to Manchester, Manchester to Leeds, Leeds to York, York to Newcastle. How awesome will that be? The reason I say I'm hoping we're getting put through platform 12 rather than through the middle road here is because, yes, you can come across onto 12 from the middle road, but on a 6-car 185, you might struggle to fit your back carriage on. Mind you, knowing Dovetail Games, if it's anything like Huddersfield, we'll fit a 12-car 185 on, because, you know, the platform will be long enough. They've extended it. Very kind of them, isn't it? Leeds is looking fantastic. The station model here is just looking absolutely brilliant. I love the pink poles here, because they did that a few years ago, just to brighten the place up a bit. Some green poles over there. I'm really, really impressed. This is good. This is really good. But again, I think we're going to fit a 6-car when perhaps we... yeah. Perhaps I'm thinking of a different platform. No, I always thought it was this one that if you... But yeah, we're gonna fit, aren't we? How bizarre. How bizarre. Yeah, I always thought it was this 6 car. Yeah, we very easily fit that. I don't think that we would. I don't think that we would. Anyway, there we go. That's enough complaining for one day. Would I recommend this? Yeah, if you really want it. I would probably wait for a free version from On-Track Simulations. But I hope you enjoyed the video nevertheless. Plenty of Joe moaning. If you did, please do click the like button. And of course, do subscribe if you haven't already, so that you never miss out on any future episodes. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully, I'll see you all next time. Cheerio! Goodbye for now.